Many parents and legal guardians don't realize that a child traveling internationally without both parents can face delays at the airport or even be denied boarding if the proper consent documents aren't available. A guardian consent letter helps demonstrate that the child has permission to travel and can make the journey much smoother with airlines, immigration officers, and border authorities. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to write a guardian consent letter, step by step. We'll go through every section of the letter, explain what you should write, discuss why each part is important, provide a complete sample, and share practical guidance throughout the tutorial. By the end of this video, you'll know how to prepare a clear and professional consent letter for international travel. Let's begin. Our first section is the sender's information. This section appears at the top of the letter and contains the legal guardian's full name, address, email address, and phone number. This section identifies who is granting permission for the child to travel. It also provides contact information so immigration officers, airline personnel, or other authorities can reach the guardian if verification becomes necessary. Always ensure this information is complete and accurate. Next comes the date. The sample uses the current date, August 4th, 2026. Including the date establishes when the consent letter was prepared. Since travel authorization is often valid only for a specific trip, having the correct date is very important. Now let's write the recipient's information. The sample reads, "To whom it may concern." Unlike many business letters, a guardian consent letter is often presented to different organizations, including immigration officers, airlines, customs officials, or border authorities. Because the exact recipient is usually unknown, this general recipient line is widely accepted. Next is the subject line. The sample states, "Subject: Guardian consent for international travel." A clear subject line immediately explains the purpose of the document. Anyone reviewing the letter can quickly understand that it provides travel authorization from the child's legal guardian. Now let's move to the salutation. The sample says, "Dear Sir or Madam, this is a professional greeting that is appropriate whenever you do not know who will be reviewing the letter." Now let's begin with the opening paragraph. Here's the sample. "I, Rachel Dawson, am the legal guardian of Liam Dawson, born on September 14th, 2012, and I am writing to provide my full consent for him to travel internationally." This opening paragraph clearly identifies both the guardian and the child. It also immediately states the purpose of the letter, which is granting permission for international travel. Whenever you write this section, include the guardian's name, the child's full name, and any important identifying information, such as the child's date of birth. This helps eliminate confusion and confirms exactly who the consent applies to. Now let's continue with the second paragraph. The sample reads, "I hereby authorize Liam Dawson to travel to Canada from August 20th, 2026 through August 30th, 2026 for the purpose of a family vacation. During this trip, he will be accompanied by his aunt, Melissa Dawson, who will be responsible for his supervision, safety, and well-being throughout the duration of the travel." This paragraph provides the complete travel details. Notice that it clearly states the destination, travel dates, purpose of the trip, and the name of the adult accompanying the child. These details are extremely important because they tell authorities exactly where the child will be traveling, how long the trip will last, and who will be responsible during the journey. Whenever possible, be specific. Include accurate travel dates, destinations, and the relationship between the accompanying adult and the child. Now let's discuss the third paragraph. Here's the sample. "I confirm that I have no objection to this travel arrangement and grant permission for Melissa Dawson to make routine decisions concerning Liam's care should they become necessary while they are away. In the event of a medical emergency, I also authorize her to seek appropriate medical treatment on Liam's behalf if I cannot be reached immediately." This paragraph explains the authority being granted to the accompanying adult. Travel sometimes involves unexpected situations. Giving permission for routine decisions and emergency medical treatment helps ensure the accompanying adult can act quickly if necessary. Of course, the exact wording should reflect your own wishes and comply with any applicable legal requirements in your location. Now let's move to the fourth paragraph. The sample says, I understand that this letter may be presented to immigration officials, airline representatives, or other authorities as evidence of my consent for Liam's travel. I confirm that the information provided in this letter is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge. This section explains the purpose of the document and confirms that the information is truthful. Including this statement helps reinforce the authenticity of the letter and makes it clear that it was prepared specifically to verify parental or guardian consent for travel. Next is the contact paragraph. The sample reads, Should you require any additional information or wish to verify my consent, please feel free to contact me using the telephone number or email address listed above. This paragraph provides reassurance that the guardian can be contacted if questions arise before or during the trip. If officials need to verify the letter, having current contact information readily available can help avoid unnecessary delays. Now let's look at the closing paragraph. The sample says, Thank you for your attention to this matter. Although brief, this closing is polite and professional. It shows appreciation to whoever reviews the document and provides a courteous conclusion to the letter. Finally, close your letter with, Sincerely, Rachel Dawson. If you're preparing a printed copy, remember to sign your name above your typed name. Depending on your destination country, airline requirements, or local laws, you may also need to have the letter notarized. Always check the specific travel requirements before your trip to determine whether notarization or additional supporting documents are necessary. Before we finish, here are a few important reminders that can make your guardian consent letter more effective. First, make sure every detail is accurate and consistent with the child's travel documents. Double-check the spelling of names, passport information if included, travel dates, destination, and the identity of the accompanying adult. Even small mistakes can create unnecessary questions during immigration or airline checks. Also, keep the letter clear, specific, and easy to understand. Include only accurate information, avoid vague descriptions, and attach supporting documents if they are required, such as copies of identification or proof of guardianship. Finally, review the travel requirements of both the destination country and the airline before departure, as some authorities may require notarized consent letters or additional documentation for minors traveling internationally. That brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope this step-by-step guide has helped you understand how to write a professional guardian consent letter for international travel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future writing tutorials. Thank you for watching Writing Tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.